busy connecting. Dude, it's so good to have you here and be chatting to you. So, Jean, Arthur, Pretorius. I mean, you've been doing this for a long time, huh? Since 2012. We've been stuck with you, right?
Up and
So
down and then gone and then back, but still kicking, still yeah.
still kicking, still strong, 100%. Right? So firstly, welcome to the show. Thank you for agreeing to chat with us. It's awesome to finally get to be able to chat with you. You know, you're an institution in South African powerlifting. It's always great to see your face at the comps and then wait for that monster deadlift. And it's always an awesome thing to see. And you're always so chilled on platform, huh? So it's great to have you, man. Thank you.
Everyone always says I look very chilled. Inside, it's everything's going crazy, but yeah, outside everyone always thinks I look very chilled. Looks like I'm just there to spectate, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we get worried. You walk out onto the platform, like, is he going to doze off at the top of the deadlift? That's how relaxed you look. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you got involved in the sport of powerlifting?
Well, when I was quite young, I used to watch a lot of the World's Strongest Man with my granddad on TV,
Right.
and I was always like, "No, I want to compete there. I want to do that." And then I started lifting around grade 10, and then maybe year in first year varsity, I was like, okay, I was always just more about strength. So just wanted to get stronger, not really getting bigger, just want to be strong, the strongest guy in the gym type of thing. And then came first year, I was like, okay, maybe I must see if I can't get like a strongman competition or something. And then the only thing that was there at the moment was under 105 and over 105 kgs. And
Right.
I was weighing around 70. So I was like, no, that's not going to work very well. And then I stumbled onto the SA Powerlifting website. And then the guy that was my friend training with me at the moment, at that point, was like, let's go watch a comp, see what it's about, see if we can do it. So we went through to a Gauteng's. I was still there in Pretoria, there at Oxy Gym, there where Algat's gym was.
Sure.
And then we saw no as a okay, this we could do the weights maybe. It looks like we might have a shot. So then we were like, okay, let's go back to and try this. But then as soon as we tried to actually squat deeper than 90, the weights seemed much heavier than it actually we actually thought how strong we were. But yeah, so then we started training for it, and then that December, Rodney hosted that. He had that 7 lift comp going on at that point. So
The
we
famous
started with
seven
that
lift
one.
comp, huh?
Yes, yes. Then after that, yeah, we had got essays the next year in Feb, and it was like I think the second ever classic essays in 2013. Weights were still completely different than what it is now. Like if you did a 450, you were strong.
Yeah.
Now it's a qualifying weight.
Yep.
So now it's things have changed a lot. But yeah, then the bug bit me. Then every year, first competed junior, tried to get to the top on the junior level. Then moved to the open level, still competing under 83 at that point. And then after that, I think I took a year off in 2018. And then when I came back, I was starting strongman as well. So I did strongman and powerlifting together. And then I went up a little bit in the weight classes to 93. Actually, I competed at an Arnold's in 2017.
The
Yes, and
the
there was
first
this Russian
Arnold,
guy, and the second one.
the second. Okay.
Uh, and there was this one Russian guy, and he was looking so calm, and everything was moving so smooth. And I was like, and I went to talk to him, and I was like, yes, what can I do to get my lifts looking like that? And he was like, listen, you're too tall to compete under 83. You're never going to
Mm.
put the muscle mass on your legs. Try and get to 93 at least. So I was like, okay, let me try my best to add 10 Ks. Um, back then it was hard. Now picking up
Yeah.
weight much easier.
Yeah.
Losing it's the problem
Yeah.
these days.
Absolutely. Awesome. So from that
But
onwards,
yeah, so then I went to 93, and
mm,
then I started doing powerlifting under 93 and strongman under 90, and yeah, that's what I've been doing until now.
oh, fantastic. For you, what are the enjoyable things about powerlifting? What are the enjoyable things about strongman?
It's a very different sport actually. You won't think it is, but it's quite different, and the culture is also quite different. In powerlifting, I like yeah, strongman. I feel more athletic because you're running
Mm-hmm.
with things and carrying things, so your fitness is also tested quite a bit. Um, where with powerlifting, it's very static strength. So if you want to test your strength, powerlifting is the place to be because you don't have to be normally the strongest in strongman. You just have to make sure you're always at the top in every event. You have your weak events, but you can still make points up if you move well or stuff like that. Where with powerlifting, you're either strong or you're not. So it doesn't give any leeway.
Absolutely. I
But
had a
yeah, culture
yeah.
wise,
Mm.
sorry,
No, no,
culture
no.
wise, strongman is a much more chilled sport, and like I feel the camaraderie in strongman is easier than in I think powerlifting is a much more like it's a very serious sport. So everyone takes it quite serious, and it's not just chill. Today we're gonna go compete, and everyone is just there to enjoy themselves. Where with powerlifting, everyone is quite serious, and it's just a different mental game. I feel when you do
Right.
powerlifting.
I think it was an interesting thing that you said. We chatted to Laura Lee, who has a CrossFit boxer. She was at Gauteng's. Her first comp, she won her open division. And she was saying just the similarities between what you said with regards to strongman and powerlifting and CrossFit and powerlifting. With it's a lot more cardio. Strength is important, but you've really got to push it and your cardio is tested a lot more. So can you tell us a little bit about some of your achievements in powerlifting? I know you sent me a list. It's a long list. So rather than subject our poor listeners to me reading it, I thought we'd let you share it with us because you've been quite humble in what you've discussed so far.
Yeah, actually, yeah. When I started in 2013, then I won that year. I won the juniors under 83, and I was second in the open class. And then 2015, I only took third. Had a bit of. In 2014, I took third. Had a little bit of a tough competition. It was close. I think it was like 7.5 kgs between first and third, so it was nice
Sure.
competition. 2015, I like the work. So I like when I don't win, then the effort you put in to get better is
Mm-hmm.
much harder than when you at the top. The wolf climbing the mountain is always hungrier than the wolf at the top. So yeah,
Absolutely.
no, and yeah, I'm also I'm not really. I would say I enjoy the prep for a comp more than I enjoy the comp itself.
Yeah.
I enjoy trying to get stronger and pushing for bigger weights, chasing totals. Then on the day, that's just seeing if you actually achieved what you trained for, you know.
That yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely. I
back to
I had the
that,
sense
and
you
then
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. So then in 2016, it was my first year to do open. Then I competed under 83 open, and then I was first under 83 open. 2017, I didn't do any essays or Gautengs. I just did Arnold's, and then I did Commonwealth. Commonwealth, I went to compete 93s, and I came third. 2018, I took a whole year off for studies and a few injuries. And then 2019, I won under 83 again, and 2020, I won under 83. Then I broke the records as well, deadlift and total record. And then in 2021, I won under 93. 2022, I took another year away from powerlifting. 23, same thing. Then I was also won under 93 and broke the total record and the deadlift record. Last year, I wanted to focus more on the strongman, but I also didn't work out like that. So I didn't compete last year in powerlifting, and now this year I'm back again. See if I can still hang with the guys.
No, and you definitely will. Well, what I was going to say was I suspected so much, or as much, that you prefer the training to the competing. Because like the competing, yeah, fine, it comes down to the day, but I think you absolutely love your training. With the strongman as well, you've had some fantastic achievements, rating in the top 50 in the world. I mean, was number 19, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yeah. So I started strongman in 2019. Yeah, and then you first have to get under 90. So you have to get first climb the ladder. So I started novice, and so I did novice and amateur in that year under 90, and won both. So if you win, you can move up to the next level. So then I went to pro am in the end of that year, but I decided to drop to under 80. So then I won Africa's under 80 in 2019. 2020, I went to try the 93s pro am. Then I was second at Africa's, and then the year after, in 2021, I won Africa's, and so I won Africa's in 2021, 2022, and 2024. 2023, I was third, and I won SA's 2022, 23, and 24.
Sure. That's a pretty good track record.
2022, I went to Worlds. Then I came 19th. Was quite a different experience competing at that level against those guys. I would like to go back, see if I can improve on that. But yeah, so that's the goal at the moment. Try and get top 10 there. But it's a different experience, and it shows you how much you still have to grow, because there's some crazy strong people out there.
But you enjoy that, right? It's the challenge and the work that you value, because then you've got to push yourself harder.
Yeah. Then you know, if it's possible for one person to get that strong under 90, you should also be able to, if you put the right work in and the right thought in. So yeah, that's what I love. I love trying to get stronger and trying to catch the people better than you.
What is it about getting strong and being strong that means so much to you?
Yes, I don't really know. I think that's something that, like, since I was young, it was always something that I always wanted to be stronger. Maybe it's watching Arnold as Conan, or watching like Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. It's always just been something I always strive to always try and be stronger, and like not really care about being the biggest, but always try and be the strongest in the room type of thing.
Because I think strength is about doing, size is about looking, and it really, life comes down to what we're capable of doing.
Yes.
If you were talking to guys your age now, that when you started, the age when you started, what would you say to them? And I think we're chatting to my previous guest today. We were talking about sort of what kids have been through with COVID and the challenges that particularly the high school and primary school kids have had in forming connections and relationships. Those vital years were taken away from them in terms of face-to-face communication. And it's a big challenge. How has the gym and training and developing strength benefited you in terms of your personal development? And why is it that it's something people should really consider doing to improve their quality of life?
No, it's definitely, when I think when I started, I'm actually a very introverted person.
Please, you're the most talkative person at the comp.
Didn't really have a lot of.
Okay, we know you. We know you're at the comp. When we hear your name called, that's how we know you're at the comp.
So yeah, no, but if it wasn't for like gym and the camaraderie between people and getting also the confidence in myself, competing gave me a lot of confidence in myself and my abilities, and just like confidence all around. And then if you go to gym, yes, I think in any gym, if you're just there for a little bit, before the end of a month, 2 months, you at least have 5 to 10 people talking to you.
Mm,
They see you there often at the same time as they are. So it helps a lot just like building that, uh, like you say, social interaction, forming friendships, forming bonds, um, and also just like learning more about yourself and growing as an individual, not just getting stronger, but just getting that confidence in yourself. If someone asks you something, you believe in yourself or you feel more confident as a person.
absolutely. Well said. It's a wonderful way to prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you believed, and then to discover that through hard work and consistency, you can get things you didn't believe you could get.
Exactly that.
So, training with your, can you tell us about your coach and who coaches you at comps? A little bit about your training in the powerlifting and then your training in the strongman. How much time are you giving to it? I know you're studying, you're an auditor. I mean, there are all of these extra responsibilities. How do you fit training into your life?
Yeah, it takes quite a big part of your life, so it must be part of your lifestyle. Otherwise, I think it can become quite a big problem. And the people around you should also understand the lifestyle. Otherwise, I think it could create quite a clash because like me, most days I get home around 5, and then I'll do a training session um, until around 7:30. I mostly get home around 7:38 at night, and then you still have to do everything else, like get food ready or get your stuff ready for the next day. And then on Saturdays is normally my big session, so then I try and start training like 8:30, and I normally end around 1:32. So that's half of your Saturday wasted. Um, so people, yeah, if people don't understand that lifestyle, it makes it quite hard. I used to train at Planet Fitness a lot until I started the strongman, because Planet Fitness is not going to like you flipping a tire or throwing a stone. So
Especially when
um,
the tire is
yeah,
attached
so
to a
then
car.
I started moving. Yeah, yes. So then I moved everything more home and started building a gym at home. And I actually only really started training at home when COVID happened. Then I was like, okay, I bought all this stuff, luckily, so now I can keep on training.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and then I just continued. So in the weeks, my mom and dad actually still train with me. So if I need a spot, they're like, okay, we will put the session in with you. So we are there to give you that moral support and make sure you at least get to the gym and don't miss it. And then over weekends, my sister's boyfriend and a few other guys, we also have a good group that train together on a weekend. Um, and then we also push each other with a strong man. And yeah, like you say, it's just that uh, getting your mind clean and getting away from everything.
Absolutely.
Um,
It's a
yeah,
healthy
and then
place to be.
yes, especially if you had a long week.
Yeah. How
Um,
valuable is that Saturday session to you to clear a challenging week?
no, it's very valuable. Even it's just like it's not just like I actually talked to them about it this weekend. Like it's not just about the training. It's like you talk about how your week was, you talk about like financial things, just in general talk. But it just clears the head and makes you feel like okay, you're refreshed. Sometimes I need that, otherwise I'm quite irritable. So people don't want to be around me.
They tell you, do they go tell you to go and lift something heavy?
Yeah, I was like, I think you need to get back to gym.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So now with essays coming up in about 2
Yeah,
weeks.
and
Oh,
then
so, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so and then I've been with Rodney since 2016 for the powerlifting. So he's helped me a lot, like just refine technique and get stronger, and just all this experience just helped me improve everything. Like I know, like I'm a very stubborn person, so before that I never wanted to go to a coach because I was always like, I can teach myself better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then yeah, I went to try Rodney out because it was like just come for a session, and then in one session he changed my whole squat technique, and it actually looked like I know what I was doing. Um, so yeah, so now still anytime I go to powerlifting, I always go back to him just to help me get all the technique problems sorted and get me in shape for the comp.
It's a very special place to train, and he's a very special man to train with. And I think at competitions, when you're walking out onto that platform and he says to you, okay, I want this one, we need this, we need this. And then you start to go, okay, I've got to get my game face on. And when you hear him screaming up from the back, it's the only thing that you can hear.
Yeah, some and you it also helps you just get that aggression going. Or sometimes you
Yeah.
just need that aggression and focus, and it just helps you get in that right mindset.
I think the quiet guys do very well with Rodney and in Rodney's environment because he's not a very boisterous, talkative guy. He's serious, he's about the business, but he's very warm and very, very caring. But it's a quiet place. I think of another lifter I know quite well, and I'm going to call him out again. He'll smack me when he sees me. But Simon Bretsky is great lifter, also very quiet, and he works very well with Rodney. And I see we've got some very sort of quiet guys that keep to themselves, but that are very very strong in this country, and it's a great thing to see that you don't have to bring the noise to move the weights.
Yeah, no, and like you say, I like it's Rodney is very good for people that is more quiet. Because me, like, even if we get it sometimes, it's just me and him in the gym. Then you get the old stories from the when you train with all the old strong men and power lifters, and I love those stories and hearing those. And uh, he's like you say, he's a warm, inviting person. So now I enjoy the training because, like you said, I'm not a more introverted person, so I'm not very good in a crowd. I like the one-on-one uh,
Mm-hmm.
interaction, and him telling me where he thinks I'm going wrong, and we can talk about it.
And I think also with Rodney's had a lot of experience with the strongman competitions in South Africa. I think he's organized a few of them, the ones at Sun City. He's got some fantastic stories about that.
Yeah, no, great stories, and he's been in the sport in strongman and in powerlifting for such a long time. Uh, People I idolized. He was friends with
Yeah.
years ago, and no, it's great.
It is very cool to think like the heroes that we grew up with. We're like, well, you grew up, I was a bit older, but like, that he was mates with and friends with in South Africa and brought them out here. Something very, very special.
Yeah.
So tell us about SA's 2025. What can you share with us? What are you hoping to do? What are your expectations for the competition?
Yeah, so how things didn't go as great as I wanted. On my second bench, I tore my pec a little bit, so it was like a first degree tear, and then now it's not been the best prep for essays. Currently, I'll say my pick is sitting around maybe 60%. But yeah, I'm hoping on the day it is where it needs to be. Putting in the physio and other work, and deadlift is feeling good. Squat is feeling good. So even if I can't get a good the best total because of bench, hopefully I can maybe chase the squat and deadlift totals records a bit. We'll see how everything goes on the day, and
Okay,
hopefully
awesome.
at least those two go well. If bench doesn't, but if everything just clicks right, hopefully it's a good total.
And then if the position is available, if you get what you're after, are you going to be looking at any international comps this year?
Yes, I would love to. I would love to get. So the funny thing is, I've been doing powerlifting for let's say 13 years now, and since 2014 I've been able to get my SA colors, but I've never gone overseas, or it's never worked out that I competed when it was an international comp. So I still don't have my SA colors.
So
so I'd love to do one of those comps and just get my SA colors at least. Like I said, I would like to get back to World Strongman Championships as well. So if the cash flow allows and everything works out, I would like to do international comps this year.
Awesome. So I think if you get what you need to get onto the team, I'm very skeptical. I think just with your deadlift, you'll make the total. It's fine. But to get you there, and if there's anything that we can do to help, maybe we can do a fundraiser, we can do a telethon, because I know there are a lot of people, Jean-Arthur, in the community that you may not even realize that have been involved in powerlifting for a while, that have been lifting for a while, competing for a while. Your presence is always very special at the competitions because you're very respectful, you're polite, you're warm, you've always got a great smile, and people are happy to see you. So definitely, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I think, that's something that we need to work towards. So we got to get you your colors. I mean, it's been long enough already. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, hopefully, like, everyone says I must do one of those
GoFundMe.
back a buddy or friend things.
Yeah.
But I always feel bad. Like I feel like if I can't say I'm gonna win, I feel like I'm wasting people's money. So I'm not. I don't really feel like. I don't know if I should do one of those.
You know what? Maybe we can definitely get it. I'm very sure from the community, from this fantastic powerlifting community of ours, that we'll just be very happy to see you get your national colors, because you've been doing it for so long and doing it so well. It's time. So bringing back a medal is always a bonus, but I think seeing you get your colors is something very special. And I'm quite good at this guilt thing, so I think we can put something together. So you get the qualifier, and then we're going to look at getting the funding going. If there's one comp that you could pick, which one would it be that you would like to go to? You can still do University Cup, right?
I don't think so, because the things I'm doing now is not at university. It's through the institution itself. Because it's now after the honors, you need to do your board exams, and that's through SAIGA itself. So I doubt that I can still do the University Cup, but it would be interesting. I would have to see what's on the schedule to see which one I would like to do. But first thing, I want to try and just make sure I get the top two places, one of those at essays, and then go from there.
So if I can make a suggestion, purely a suggestion, I love Asia Pacific Africa champs, because in that championship you can basically compete 4 times in equipped and classic bench and equipped and classic 3 lift. So at least you can go with the classic bench and the classic 3 lift. So you can get 2 comps for the price of 1.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So definitely. Are you doing equipped, by the way?
That one's like in Japan or something.
Yeah, it's in Japan in March. June, July, around about there sometime. Are you doing SA equipped?
I've actually never done equipped.
Mm.
With the strongman, I do use a dealer suit when they allow it.
Mm.
But I've actually never done in equipped comp.
So definitely something to look at for next year. I'm pushing it. I'm becoming the annoying agent, not even the manager, just the agent. We're like pumping you out to different competitions now. So from your side, why should someone get involved in powerlifting?
So yeah, I think powerlifting it just pushes you to, like I say, I would not get to gym if I didn't have the goal I was working towards. And powerlifting puts quite a good number on the goal. So okay, I need to get, let's say, in my case, let's say a 750 or 800 type total, then okay, this is what I have to work towards. So you will get yourself to the gym because you're like, okay, I'm 2 weeks away from a comp. If I don't get there, I'm not gonna get whatever I'm chasing. So it helps you just get a better lifestyle for training, and then also just like you said, the creating that bond with people and friendships with people. It helps a lot with that, and it just gives you that feeling of
And that feeling of community. So
yes,
two,
yes,
yeah, two
like-minded people.
like my absolute, and that is so valuable that you can have people that you could start a conversation with, or if they start a conversation with you, you're comfortable in what you answer and what you're saying. And I know for those who like, you wouldn't
Exactly.
believe it, but I'm actually very, very shy. And I work hard on not being. I mean, give me a microphone, it's fine, but that microphone can also be a little bit of a barrier. Put me in a group of people and becomes a challenge. So that's why I started doing this for a living. But a couple of fun questions for you, and that's always how I like to wrap up. Um, what is your favorite thing about powerlifting?
My favorite thing about powerlifting, it's definitely like I said earlier, it's the build. It's the build to a comp. It's the trying to set out the perfect program and try and always improve a little bit on your training. So getting yourself to the comp is for me my favorite thing about the powerlifting is trying to chase a number and trying to just put in the work and get stronger and see yourself get stronger.
Sure, that's awesome. What is the thing about powerlifting that drives you mad?
The thing about powerlifting that drives you mad. The biggest thing is like you always feel like just when you get somewhere, you are 10 steps back again,
Yeah.
and then it's starting all over again. Like now with the injury as well. Oh, you feel like you put everything in and you're in such a good place. And now it's like, okay, let's start at the bottom and start building again. That's the most frustrating thing.
Right, 100%. I think there are many people listening to this that can relate to that and will relate to that. When are you lifting? Are you on the Friday?
Saturday
Okay, cool.
morning.
Saturday, which session? In the
The
morning.
first session, the 8
Okay.
o'clock session.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's always fun having the 6 a.m. weigh
Yes.
in. Yep. at least at least it's not in winter in Potch where you got to stand outside at 6 o'clock in the freezing cold or 5:30. So it'll be a little bit warmer now. So guys, to come on and
Yeah, and I prefer the 6 o'clock weigh-in because
yeah,
then I don't have to worry to eat. It's just don't eat the night, weigh in, and then you can eat.
that very, very good point. Yeah. Like those late afternoon, evening weigh-ins are a challenge because you then really have to balance what you're eating and how much you're eating. So
Yeah, yes, and that's a mission.
100%. Just before we wrap up, is there anything that you would like to share or talk about?
And now I think I'm looking forward to this year's essays, even if it is not my year and bench doesn't work out, I think we're quite a strong group of people there under 93, and I think we're improving quite a bit, and it's getting quite challenging again under 93. So I'm looking forward to the challenge and seeing what's the other people bring to the table.
Awesome. It's a big group, the 93s. It's looking big and it's looking strong. That's the reason I went to 105s. They're just easier here. Yeah, I had to dedicate myself to eating my way out of the 93s, but I'm very proud to say I managed to achieve it. Jean Arthur, it's been awesome to chat to you, man. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for making yourself available. I hope we're not interrupting training time. We're really grateful. You've had a huge number of views coming up on Instagram and on YouTube. People have been sending hearts, and it's been awesome to see. So we wish you all the best for the comp, for the powerlifting, for the strongman, and obviously for the future. You're a South African strength asset, if I can say that.
Thanks, Nick. It was great to be on the podcast. I like that you're doing this and like just creating some more buzz and getting the powerlifting a bit bigger out there. So thank you to you, and I appreciate all the nice words.
No, absolutely. I mean them from bottom of my heart, man. It's been this is one of my highlights, was the opportunity to be able to chat to you, and thank you for your kind words. I love doing this. I think our athletes need to be showcased. People need to see them, and those within the community need to see and get inspired and understand we're not alone in this amazing sport. And as you so said, if things aren't going well, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. You're not alone in that. There are many people experiencing that. It's just to keep moving forward.
Exactly, and that's part of the game, and it helps you get better.
100%. Oh, dude, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you at the competition. We'll see you at SAs.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jean Arthur. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you, my man. Oh, that was so cool. That was absolutely fantastic. Sorry for the audio delay. Oh, excuse me. Let me close those down. Apologies for the audio delay, folks. It happens sometimes, even with the Zoom network. It was really an honor to be able to chat to Jean Arthur Pretorius. And what a special, let me see if I can get myself centered here, human being. What an amazing athlete. Just incredible achievements in strongman and in powerlifting, and a true gentleman at the competition. I think if you're ever feeling nervous or stressed at a powerlifting competition, just go stand next to Jean Arthur. His energy will calm you down. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a look quickly at what we have on tomorrow. I'm actually not sure what we got on tomorrow. Hey, we got a special South African lifter, Tom. He's coming up at 22:30, which is going to be great. And then we're chatting to a British powerlifter, Ajoy Sarkar, that I met at Sun City, and he won his division. He was actually competing in Commonwealth against our Yaniv Lakob, and he beat Yaniv. It was great to see the two of them on the podium. Wonderful energy, wonderful nature. We'll be chatting to him at 4 p.m. South Africa time, and our special guest, Tom, at 2:30 South Africa time. Both of those are GMT +2. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your comments and your kind words. We look forward to you joining us tomorrow. If you would like to chat to us on the podcast, please get in touch, DM us on our Instagram account, or you can message us on 074 403 1234. That's a South African number. Put yourself forward or nominate one of your powerlifting friends. And if you have a particular sport that you participate in that you would like to share with us on the podcast, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us from the Emmet studio in Johannesburg. My name is Nicholas Single. Remember, we love you guys. Us. We do this for you.